The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return is Henderson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go. Let's go, 15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And a former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Lucky 56.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
From this vantage point, that seems like a pretty dangerous call, running a toss that close to your own goal line. I think what they were hoping is that they were going to get some pressure from the defensive front and maybe beat them to the corner and then turn upfield with a lot of yardage to run.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. To throw now on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Gun! Set! 3-19!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And now look at this. Big gain, but did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throw left side, complete to Foster. Oh, and now some space to operate. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. The point after is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field.
It's got his man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a handoff to Henry. Down right around the 25. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
On second down, here's Smith. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Joey Bosa not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
15. Good list. Orange. Hey, slot. Hey, back up.
Third and long, it's Smith. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Gone. Mike by four.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. Looking down. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The pitch to Henry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Leopard.
They'll toss it to Henry. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though.
Detroit!
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Detroit!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Gun! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to let it go deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Liz. Hey, back up.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. Throwing on 3rd and long. Smith. And pressure gets to him again. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a catch made here by Sharon Peak. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Tim carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watch him now, Barney!
Again, it's Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Try to punch it in with Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is third and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far.
Over.
They come out here in the eye.
Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run again with Carson. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Double. Hey, back up.
They run it with Carson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Giants on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's caught. Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. This is Carson looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And his throw is incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is no good. Oh, by a matter of inches, he missed it wide to the right. So he came that close to tying it, but this one sails wide by a whisker.
And Brandon, pro football is a game of inches in more ways than one. That one looked good the whole way. but it's agony on one sideline, celebration on the other.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Gun! Hot!
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Gun!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go! I said fine!
They'll look to throw. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the 1st down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Yellow, yellow. 15, yeah. Hey, back up.
Back to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Here's Henderson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Let's go, 15. Let's go, 15. Go right. Yellow. Hey, back up. Hey, back up.
He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, back up.
He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Foster. 11 more on that one, and another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Hey, on. Let's go, 15. Orange.
Back to throw. Complete to Jones. A gain of 6 there on first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
15. Hey, back up.
Now Smith. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Hey, back up.
Now it's Smith. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.